CN8 Sports, the Comcast Network, today takes you on the road to University Park, Pennsylvania, the home of Penn State University, with the 2004 National Collegiate Women's Gymnastics Northeast Regional Championships. Hello, everyone. Lou Tilley back with you, and honored once again to be joined here on the microphone by America's all-time most decorated and accomplished women's gymnast, Shannon Miller. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Very exciting night for a lot of these young ladies. Now, to put this on par with the men's basketball championship right now, this is like the regional finals. From here, you go to the Final Four.
Absolutely. This is going to be a tight competition. Everyone wants a spot at NCAA Nationals.
Now, we have individual and team competition at stake here. Now, to put it simply, from this field of 6, Shannon, only 2 will go on to compete in Los Angeles, and those top 2 are very strong teams.
Georgia and Iowa State are going to be competing head-to-head tonight, and this is going to be an exciting and tough competition for them both. Georgia has won 16 regional titles, and Iowa State was second at the Big 12 competition by only a quarter of a tenth. This is their 9th straight regional appearance.
Georgia is a senior-laden team. There are also some excellent individuals that we'll be watching tonight, including one, a former Olympian as well.
Absolutely. Elise Ray is a 2000 Olympic team captain. She was 14th in the all-around at the Olympic Games and 8th on balance beam. She also, of course, won the Big 10 championships just a few weeks ago. She also picked up titles on floor, uneven bars, and balance beam during those championships. She's a tough competitor and an exciting and elegant gymnast to watch.
This will be a lot of fun to watch. Another individual to watch from perhaps the strongest team on Georgia. Chelsa Byrd can do it all.
Chelsa Byrd is another powerful athlete. She's ranked 6th in floor exercise, 12th in vault, and 12th in the all-around. She scored 10 O's in vault and floor twice this season.
They call them the Georgia Gym Dogs. I love that. What young lady would want to be called a bulldog? But they are tough competitors, and the competition gets underway in just a moment from Rec Hall on the campus of Penn State University. Stay with us. We'll be right back with CN8 Sports. This is the scene at historic Rec Hall in University Park, Pennsylvania, the campus of Penn State University, the host school for tonight's Northeast Regional Championships. Now, we have championships, or places in the finals at stake in individual championships as well as the team. And I'm Lou Tilley along with the all-time Olympian, Shannon Miller. Some outstanding individuals we will be seeing tonight. Shannon.
Absolutely. These are going to be the best of the best in the region, and they're duking it out. They all want a spot at NCAA Nationals.
And here are the events specialists as well, and some of the local schools represented.
Yeah, these girls may not have had a team that qualified to regionals, but they were able to qualify on their own as individuals. So they're still allowed to compete and are still fighting for a spot at nationals. And that will be in Los Angeles. 6 teams are assembled here, and here are the head coaches and one of the all-time greats now with 20 years of unequaled accomplishments at the University of Georgia, Suzanne Yokelin. Yeah, Suzanne is she's been around forever. She's done an amazing job with this team. We're going to watch this team tonight, and I'll talk to you a little bit later about their depth and the quality of their performance. 2 real powerhouses there at the top of the list of the teams assembled here. Our first rotation, we'll be seeing vault, uneven bars, balance beam, and floor exercise with New Hampshire, Missouri, Georgia, and Michigan. The University of Georgia competing on the balance beam, and Chelsa Byrd, one of 6 senior competitors from this most accomplished gymnastics team from the University of Georgia in Athens. And Chelsa is a solid competitor on really all 4 events, but beam has given her the most trouble over the years. And one of the things that she said coming into this year is basically, this is my last shot. I want to enjoy it. I enjoy the other 3 events. I want to get out there and just do what I can do and not worry so much about it. Wow, really powerfully built competitor, great looking athlete. And Shannon, how important is the mental approach to this, your skill of dominance? Well, this is a tough event to start the competition on. You've already got those jitters going and you want to get after it, but balance beam, you almost have to just be a little bit more contained. You got to stay on that 4-inch wide piece of wood, and you have to be a little bit more calm than the other events, especially for such a powerful athlete. Chelsa will be 22 years old this coming August. She's from Little Rock, Arkansas. Stands 5'3".
She finished the season in 2003, ranked number 2 nationally on the vault, number 3 on the floor, and is the Southeast Conference Co-Athlete of the Year in her junior season. And this will be her final year between the hedges at Athens. And we're looking for a strong all-around performance from her.
Such an incredible gymnast, and what a great career that she's had so far, and I know she would love to top it off with an NCAA championship title.
There's her coach, 20 years now of leading the Georgia Gym Dogs. And smiling on cue. Done an amazing job. And this is some kind of accomplished gymnastics program at Georgia. And they are very familiar to the spotlight. They've been on television 8 times already this year, including on ESPN and Comcast Sportsnet South. And here they are on CN8 tonight, looking for the chance to go to the national championships in Los Angeles with a top 2 finish. Shannon, take us through the routine.
Right now, she's thinking through in her head every single skill. There's certain requirements that each gymnast has to have. That was one of them, a switch leap, switch leap. They need some kind of a leap series that has at least 2 elements to it. And I have to say, she looks very calm and together. She looks like she's really thinking about each skill as it comes, which is what you really have to do.
Little wobble.
Tiny, tiny. In this competition, every little wobble, every little step is going to count.
Judges, by the way, sitting on all 4 corners surrounding the mat.
It was a beautiful combination that she just did for a handspring wolf jump to a swing down.
A great upper body strength. Made it look so easy.
And this is a huge dismount. Back handspring, double tuck dismount. Wow.
Wow, and gets
Great
a roar of
start.
approval, yeah.
Great start for Chelsa. That is one of the toughest dismounts you'll see in this competition.
You can see the great smile of relief on her face. Now on the vault as we begin our own rotation from the University of New Hampshire. They are competing right now on the vault.
Vanessa's ranked 9th in the Northeast region on this event with a 9.875.
From Malden, Massachusetts.
Of course, the judges on vault, they're looking for speed, they're looking for the pre-flight, any deductions in the air, flexed toe, a bent knee, legs apart, and of course that landing. Can she stick the landing? Nice Yurchenko layout full, and just a small hop on the landing, but a good start.
Sierra Sapunar is up and about to begin her routine on the balance beam for the favored University of Georgia team. She's a 5'3" senior. 6 seniors on this Georgia team. Very confident, experienced crew.
And it's so great to see Sierra out there. She actually injured her ACL on the eve of last year's NCAA Nationals. And she's actually being allowed right now to choose whether or not she wants to do a 5th year because of that injury and being out an entire season. She looks strong and healthy now, though. That's
a cruciate ligament to the knee. Her father, John, was a gymnast at Cal Berkeley.
Sierra tied for 4th on balance beam at the SEC Championships with a 9.925, so she can throw a big score. You can tell by her lines. The judges are going to like that. She's very elegant, very pretty with her hand movements.
Is there a time limit on the balance beam?
The balance beam is 90 seconds, so you cannot go over a minute and a half. And sometimes that's tough to do because you have to fit so many different skills and requirements into the beam routine. And you heard a little ding in the background. That's telling her it's time to get off.
Well, that looked like a confident and pleasing dismount for Sierra Sapunar from the University of Georgia. Well, there she is, one of the most accomplished athletes and probably the most decorated in this meet this weekend, and heading to the Nationals, no doubt, again, a former Olympian, Elise Ray of the University of Michigan.
currently ranked 2nd in the Northeast region on this event with a 9.95. But I tell you what, I'm amazed that she hasn't gotten a 10.0 so far. Maybe tonight's the night.
Maybe tonight is the night. Well, let's go about the through the framework of the floor exercise, Shannon. Are there time limits and certain standard moves that must be executed in each routine?
Well, the time limit is between 70 and 90 seconds. The gymnast has to perform their floor routine, and they have to do several requirements. One of them an acro series with 2 flight elements, 1 other tumbling pass, and I'll mention some of the others as we go.
Yeah.
2.5 twist to open, and you can watch how experienced she is. She stepped out, she did a nice dance move. It wasn't just a step, it was a move.
She placed 2nd in this exercise, the floor exercise, at the 2000 U.S. National Championship.
Really takes her time on each of those moves, every piece of choreography. Gets 100% of her effort. Whip half to a 1.5.
Boy, I tell you, it must take great concentration when you're competing in one arena, and as you can hear, there's a huge contingent from the University of Georgia cheering in the middle of it. In another ring where they're competing on the beam right now.
And I have to say, it's harder as a spectator to concentrate than I think it is for an athlete, because you're so into what you're doing and you're really focused on every move. And there's another one of those moves. Beautiful routine by Elise Ray. She did a straddle jump to her stomach to end, so she didn't have to step out. She didn't have to worry about sticking the landing. She covered it.
Very fluid and beautiful routine by Elise Ray, the 2000 Olympian from Columbia, Maryland. The Tigers of Missouri are here, and our first look at the uneven parallel bars. This is Jodie Heinicka.
Nice, beautiful, high reverse hex. Right to a straddle back to a handstand, and that's what the judges are looking for. They want to see those handstands all the way up, all the way vertical. Beautiful double layout. Just those steps on the landing.
We go to the vault now, and Amanda Hall for the University of New Hampshire. Their cleanup.
Nice front handspring, pike front half. Great form in the air.
Now the University of Georgia again on the balance beam. Their last competitor is Cory Fritzinger.
Cory scored a 10.0 on every single event except floor exercise.
Wow.
She's ranked 20th in the nation on balance beam. And that's part of the reason why. Nailed her series, handspring, layout, step out.
15 times in the top 3 in the last 17 years in the national competition for the University of Georgia.
And you can just tell in her performance how solid, how confident she is in every single movement.
Yeah, it seems to be, it runs through the ranks for the University of Georgia.
This is a nice, unique routine with a couple of different types of skills in there.
They're looking for their 17th NCAA regional title in the last 20 years.
Wow, this is an excellent beam routine. She could just stick this landing.
Loosens up the shoulders.
Nice round off double full, sticks the landing.
And it looks like a very strong start for the University of Georgia Gym Dogs. Back to the University of Missouri, and Alisha Robinson takes flight. Ranked 26 all around nationally.
Nice high ginger. We aren't going to see a whole lot of those. Right to a Higgins roll. and she's hitting those handstands.
Yeah, great speed.
Oh,
Plunk.
that's devastating. A full twist at the end of her double back and just falls a little backwards. A little too much power there.
Let's watch Jayne Finst now, who is competing in the individual competition, and as you can see on her outfit from Brown University.
Jayne's a very consistent gymnast. In fact, she's the only gymnast in the history of the ECAC to earn Gymnast of the Year recognition 2 straight seasons. Nice solid double pike on the opening. What a great crowd routine.
Jayne is one of 2 from the Ivy League here, competing on an individual basis, trying to make it to the finals in Los Angeles.
Twist. It's a pretty tough skill to land. It's one of those you're kind of twisting yourself into the ground, and you have to really know where you're at if you're going to stick it.
Some of these floor movements, are they required movements as well, or is it just part of the choreography as you get work your way back up to some of the tougher tumbles and such?
Well, floor is going to be made up of obviously the 3 main tumbling passes, and sometimes you'll see a 4th tumbling pass, but for the most part, it's 3 tumbling passes. And then you also see a lot of dance moves, gymnastics moves, meaning leap series or leap acrobatic mixed series, and those are for bonus points as well and requirement.
Jayne Finst with a kiss for the crowd, and hope that she gets some of it back from the judges as we wrap up our first rotation. And we'll be back with more from Penn State.